What's up, Mountain community? It's your boy Chris coming at you live from my Jeep Cherokee. All swagged out, my Noble Record swag on the way up. Wonderful record store day, first drop weekend that I've got planned with my buddies Josh and Matt. We're gonna head up. We're gonna hit a lot of shops in the area. We're gonna hit some probably no doubt local breweries. We're gonna hit some local dining spots. Gonna shout out you guys from wherever it is we end up at. You're gonna hear plenty from us this weekend. You're gonna see what it is we dug, see what it is we scooped up, all of that wonderful stuff. And obviously we're gonna keep you guys clued in every step of the way. For you guys going out this weekend, remember, have a great time. Hope you all get what you're looking for. Meet up with some friends, social distance, sanitize, that whole, the whole nine, all that jazz. And hope you all get everything you look for. Hope you all have a damn good time and enjoy the remainder of this video. Off to scoop up Josh and Matt. Talk to you guys soon.
What's up?
Hey guys, just scooped up Josh and Matt. You guys have never met Matt before.
Hi guys.
Yeah, Matt is what's your sign?
What's my what?
What's your sign?
My sign?
Yeah, your sign.
I'm a Libra. But...
He's a Libra. All right,
off to a great start.
Capricorn, bitches.
I'm not gonna do Libra, Capricorn, and Aquarius walk into a bar.
This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius.
Yeah, a Libra, a Capricorn, and an Aquarius walk into a bar, and I'll probably get kicked out. Anyway, so here we are. We got meeting up to pick up Josh and Matt to scoop up for the road trip to the mountains for the RSD weekend, and we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna chronicle it all along the way, and hopefully you guys are having a great weekend. Spend the weekend with your friends. Get some drinks, visit some great local businesses, because Lord knows the small businesses of our country have been hit very hard. Don't go to Olive Garden, don't go to Outback, don't go to Applebee's, please. They're fine without your money. They're going to be good. Go to some mom and pop spot.
Unless you're Reese Bobby from Talladega Nights, so
and then of course, obviously, you get kicked out of the Applebee's. Yeah. But you probably don't pay first, so fuck it. Anyway, all right. So we're heading on up to the Mountain House, guys, and we'll talk to you all weekend long. Boop. Later.
Adios.
What's up, guys? We're coming to you live with our custom music related 7-Eleven robbery mask. We're here to hit some bank trucks and shit like that. I mean, why not? YOLO, you got it. Custom Blue Train mask for me, Johnny Cash mask for Josh here, awesome Sinatra mask from my boy Matt here. Yeah, so thanks Josh for the gift. We appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, if you're gonna wear the mask, you might as well represent on Record Store Day, right?
Shout out to redbubble.com. Like, that's where you can get these awesome masks. They have all sorts of artists that you can get. So yeah, really
awesome
cool stuff.
So we're here in Knoxville, Tennessee. First stop, Wild Honey Records. Highly recommended if you guys are ever in Knoxville. We're gonna go in here, grab some stuff. We'll let you guys know what it is we grabbed, and hope everybody's out having a great Record Store Day. Yep. Talk to you soon. What's up, guys? Live outside of Wild Honey Records. We had great digs. All three of us spent pretty decent chunk. The undisputed winner is sitting in the back seat. Say hi, Matthew.
Hey, everybody.
That's the undisputed big baller of the day, undisputed so far, but we're not done. So great turnout. Social distancing was great. They got records set up outside. They got former RSD releases. They've got budget records. They got a tent set up out. There'll be pictures included throughout the video for you guys to take notice. So that just for any of you guys who might be scared about coming out today, I really feel like Wild Honey did a great job, and everything is doing great and running smoothly. And yeah, I just couldn't recommend it more. Wild Honey Records, Knoxville, Tennessee. All right, so I always let my guests go first. Which one of you wants to go?
Okay.
All right, Josh, tell the great people what it is you found.
Okay, I found mostly jazz with the exception of one blues album that I'm so glad I found. Like, it's just a classic. This is a portrait of Sonny Chris. Let me get the reflection out. Yeah, really really cool alto sax player. It's got Walter Davis on piano, Paul Chambers on bass, and Alan Dawson on drums. So yeah, great lineup. Really looking forward to that. Chris recommended this. Speaking of Paul Chambers, Paul Chambers plays bass on this one. It is the fantastic Frank Strozer.
Frank Strozer.
Frank Strozer. Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, Chris said he's the one exception of one of the few white jazz players who can actually play. So yeah, got Frank Strozer on alto, Booker Little on trumpet, Paul Chambers on bass, Wynton Kelly on piano, and Jimmy Cobb on drums. So looking forward to that one. Of course, this is a really awesome one. Prestige Swingville, Yes Indeed, Claude Hopkins with Buddy Tate and Emmett Berry. So yeah, that's gonna be good. Can't wait to listen to that one. Cannonball Adderley. It's the Cannonball en route. Yeah, I love it. My train loving ass. So, and since my band's Night Train Owls, I figured I'd get that one. Chris recommended this one to me too. This is Hampton Hall's piano player with Red Mitchell on bass, Chuck Thompson on drums.
A great record to enjoy.
And finally, the blues album, Mississippi, Fred McDowell. I do not play no rock and roll. So I'm super stoked about that one because I love my blues. All right, who's next?
Matthew. Are you in the?
Hey everybody.
There you go.
So I'm new to this adventure. I won't take you through everything I got. I will say that this is my first time doing this with these guys, and Chris has some excellent recommendations, so that definitely added to the whole list again. I've got two that I'm really excited about though. I'm a huge jazz collector, really love it. I found this one sitting in the back of the store, Duke Ellington Jazz Party in stereo, him and his orchestra. This is an awesome album. 1995 audiophile pressing. Really excited about it, and quite frankly, it's a great price. This other album is the only other one I'll talk about. My wife is a classically trained musician. She's got her own studio. She teaches piano and voice lessons. Always looking for classical music, always looking for opera, orchestra, anything like that. Huge George Gershwin fan, so she asked me to find some Gershwin albums while I was in there. I found this one, most expensive record that I bought today. That's okay though. She's my wife and I love her. So this is Gershwin Concerto in F. It's the Cuban Overture. I'm really excited about it. It's completely sealed, and it's an original 1962 RCA Shaded Dog living stereo recording, unopened, with a bonus LP. I think she's going to be very excited when she sees it. That's me.
No doubt about it.
Y'all can take the mask off if you want to.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of adding to the, I don't even know the good word. Shut up, Josh. It's my video. Hush. Anyway, that's my mask, and I'll wear it if I want to. Anyway, so, you guys, small stack. As you guys know how I usually wag and wheel is I end up with a stack of 3 or 4 and spend over 100 bones. That's usually how it happens for me. And then I usually end up costing my friends more money than I spend myself, because that's just...
It's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is. Their wives have got to secretly hate me. I especially Katie. Katie's really... I've only cost Matt some money a couple times. I don't cost you some money a lot of times. But as per usual, I'll go through and I got a stack like that. A lot of really good stuff, but discounted prices. And then I go in the store and then I find some of the big dogs. And a couple of them are records I've been looking for years, so I'm very excited about them. I'll start from the cheap one, Booker Little, Booker Irvin, Sounds of Inner City. It is a great release. Really love it. Only $7. I'll buy anything with Booker Little or Booker Irvin on it. It's worth a blind buy. It's really an awesome record. Next up was the lone RSD release that I managed to pick up in the shop. They got a good selection in there, but a couple of the ones that I really have my eyes on were probably gone by now because we got here a little late. But either way about it, Gene Russell, New Direction. Let me get some of that glare. Probably be good if I turned it right side up too for you guys, so you don't have to guess what the freak it is I'm showing you. Anyway, Gene Russell, New Direction on Black Jazz. It is a phenomenal record. I'm so happy it got a reissue. More people need to know about Black Jazz. Black Jazz record label, black owned obviously. It's a great label, often slept on. It's not your Blue Note, it's not your Prestige or Contemporary where everybody knows what it is. But I'm telling you, sort it out today. Guys, if you take any of my jazz recommendations seriously and you want to buy a record store day release, show Black Jazz some love.
I think most people would agree that black jazz is the only jazz.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately it's not most owned by white people. Anyway, Second biggest find of the day for me probably would have
yeah.
been either one of these guys. Would have probably loved it. Birth of the Cool, Miles Davis. Let me get it out of here, get some of this glare for
That's
you.
awesome.
It's not a very first press, but it's 1960s mono. Original release year, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 57. So it's a really, really early reissue. No splits, no seams, no problems.
Well, if you ever find an OG, I call dibs on that one.
No, I'm going to make you a Matthew Russell for it. Yeah, so, because that's A, entertaining for me, and I hooked one of my friends up. So I think that's just the best option. So, best 2 out of 3. Falls count anywhere. Anyway, and for me, my favorite find of the day, Joe Henderson, Canyon Lady. Joe Henderson has gotten a lot of attention in recent years from jazz lovers because it's finally become known as to how freaking great that this guy was. He's a true legend, and his classic output does not stop at Blue Note Records, guys. Let me tell you, this is a Milestone Records release. It is freaking amazing. I love everything about it. I've looked for it for years, and there it was staring right at me as soon as I walked through the door. Milestone Records, guys. If you see it, jump on it, jump on it. Just trust me. So anyway, that's it. Signing off from Wild Honey Records. You guys have any final thoughts from Wild Honey Records?
Fantastic store.
Come visit.
Yeah.
Come visit, definitely. Everybody's very polite and friendly. And next time we catch you guys, it will be outside of the parking lot from Lost and Found Records in Knoxville, Tennessee. Hopefully where we don't all double what it is we just spent, or we're going to probably have some pissed off wives. All right, anyway, so, boop, deuces. What's up, guys? Chris, Matt, Josh, here at Lost and Found Records in Knoxville, Tennessee. Looks like they got kind of a line going on out here, but they got 2 separate lines, one for RSD, one if you just want to hit the shop. I think we're going to have us a little conversation about which one we want to hit, or both. But either way about it, it's a wonderful shop here in Knoxville. I go every time I come. We're going to go up and we're going to see what kind of luck we have, and we'll talk to you guys soon. All right, later. Greetings, guys. What's up? Just come out of Lost and Found Records here in Knoxville. Great digs, great shop as always. Everybody's always super friendly here. You really get the entire vibe, the whole southern vibe, if you will, when you come in here. Everybody's just really pleasant and talking you up, and that's great. And always have a good time here, and always enjoy everything I come up with. So for this time, we're going to lead off with Josh. Josh, show the wonderful people what it is you came up with.
Well, since Chris got this record over at Wild Honey, I figured I might as well get it as well. He taught me into it. So yeah, the RSD Gene Russell New Direction on the Black Jazz label.
You'll love it.
I'm looking forward to that. So and most of those stuff is like country related stuff.
Shocker. I'm shocked.
Yeah, shocked.
I've never seen this man buy a country record, guys. Today is a first for my boy.
Oh, you're being facetious.
Well, Tennessee's a great spot to get country records, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, this is a bluegrass record. I've always loved Doc Watson, Southbound. Great record. Pretty cheap. So yeah, can't go wrong with him. North Carolina native.
Tammy.
Yeah, I've always been I've been searching for this record for quite some time. George Jones and Tammy Wynette, Golden Ring. Yeah, so really a cool concept album by them too. And of course, I got my my Graham Parsons mask. So I figured I'd get the Flying Burrito Brothers. It's 1968 to 1972. Close at the Honky Tonks. It's kind of like a compilation album, and some days you just want to listen to the compilation album. So this got a lot of great songs on it and everything. So yep, couldn't go wrong there.
Awesome stuff, Matt.
All right, I'm up. So I took Chris's recommendation on a couple of records that he suggested I try out. Another couple of jazz hits. This is an artist I actually haven't heard of before. Lonnie Liston Smith, Renaissance. Chris tells me this is a combination of jazz and funk and soul, and all of that sounded really incredible to me, so I'm really looking forward to listening to this album. The other one that he recommended to me, Lenny Tristano, much more mellow jazz record. Looking forward to listening to this. Having a drink, sitting back and chilling with it. The one I'm probably most excited about, just happened to find this, was probably the first pick that I made in the store, Soul Station.
Yes.
Hank Mobley, Wynton Kelly, Paul Chambers, Art Blakey, Blue Note record. This is a reissue, but you know what? I'm really excited for it. This is going to be really a great album to listen to. And then another one, this was one I found in the back of the store. Blind Art Tatum, solo piano, classic volume of jazz. The guy was an absolute genius on a piano, and really looking forward to listening to that one as well. And then the last one, and this is a sentimental one for my wife. Yeah, that's kind of a theme with me. Glenn Miller Orchestra. Looking forward to listening to this album with her as well.
Cool beans.
Soul Station, man. Soul Station's probably top 5 favorite jazz albums of all time for me.
I'm looking forward to it.
I love it. It's just one of the ones that can't be beat. So I go through as always. I pick up a stack, and then Matthew and myself definitely seem to dig very similar. Very similar. Just grab everything you're interested to, and then break it down to, okay, I can't leave without this. Then here's a pile of maybes, and then there's the pile of, well, I'm gonna put that shit back. So obviously it's not shit, or you wouldn't have picked it up in the first place, but you get what I'm saying. But anyway, for me, when it was all said and done, I ended up winding it down to 2 records, was quite content. And then while the fellas were winding out their selection for the day, I started looking through the cassettes and got myself in trouble. And by that, just meaning I fucking love Alison Krauss. And I found 4 Alison Krauss cassettes, right?
Yeah.
What's not to love? So probably gonna get some glare off of that one, but let's forget about it. $250, guys, for Alison Krauss. Early Alison Krauss in Union Station, every time you say goodbye. Right.
The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. And you say it best when you say nothing at all.
And that was pretty.
Yeah.
And Alison Krauss in Union Station, 2 highways, more Alison Krauss. And then finally, Alison Krauss, I've got that old feeling. As you guys can tell, I'm total crush on Alison Krauss. I'm mainly a jazz guy, but I've got some stuff from other genres that I just, man, can't get enough.
One of my favorite songs are I'm Just a Ghost in This House.
Right.
Oh,
Great
God,
stuff.
haunting.
Next up is one that I've owned for the 3rd time now. When I first got Pearl Jam's Vitology, I got a reissue from like 2014 or 15, a few years ago, and then I found a original press, traded out the reissue, kept it for a little while, then had an opportunity to trade somebody for jazz, so I traded it again, and then you know what, hey, it's funny. Albums that you really truly enjoy almost always find a way back to you, and so here we are, Pearl Jam's Vitology, first press. Josh,
Great deal too.
yeah, Josh dug that one up for me. I appreciate it. I wasn't even looking where you were looking, so.
Yep.
And then next up's not an original pressing, sadly. I would have really been happy for that, but good
I pulled
quality.
that one for you too.
Yeah, good quality, 1997 reissue. John Coltrane Quartet plays Chim Chiri, Song of Praise, and yeah, anyway, I can't say that shit. I'm Southern. Anyway, the point being is it's a freaking killer album. It's Train on Impulse, and it's a must-have, as is all John Coltrane. So there we are.
Someday I'm going to tell the story about how I got my Vitology.
You want to do it now? Go ahead.
All right.
My viewers might find this very interesting.
Okay, y'all are going to find this freaking hilarious. So at the time when Chris and I were working at the same place, he would show me stuff on Instagram that Lunchbox Records, shout out, Charlotte, North Carolina, glorious Charlotte, North Carolina, the great Lunchbox Records. They had posted a Pearl Jam Vitology original pressing on their Holy Moly wall. And I was like, well, damn it, I'm not going to be able to get to it because I'm at work.
And we had to work for the next 2 days.
Yeah, next 2 days. And by the time I got up there, it was sold. Well, and I thought it would be sold. So fast forward a week later, I'm up at Lunchbox with my wife, and I noticed it up there on the holy shit wall, and I'm like, ooh, gotta get it. And I went to the front desk, and I told the guy about it. I was like, yeah, man, I thought y'all would have had this sold by now. He said, well, that's a funny story. We actually had a guy call in and say,
hold it.
yeah, could you please hold it? I will be right there shortly. And they're like, all right. So a couple hours pass. They're like not hearing from this guy. They get another phone call. It's the dude's wife. And he said, there is no way in hell he's going to buy that record. Y'all, the record was only $60. I told that to my wife, God bless her, and she said, really, that's it?
Hell, have no fury like a woman scorned, boys and girls.
Oh, man. I was like, ooh.
Yep. So his loss is my boy Josh's gain.
Yeah.
It's better off with you anyway, buddy.
It is.
But yeah, so I figured it was a relevant time to tell that story. All right, guys, we are on the way to Bearden Beer Garden in Knoxville, Tennessee. We're going to have some cheap eats because we spent too much damn money on records. And we're going to have a beer or two. We'll see what happens. And hey, we'll let you guys know where it is. We go from there. I have no doubt we're going to discuss it over lunch. So, we got three hungry grown-ass men. And I got to tell you, I have a taste for an IPA right now. I don't know about you fellas.
Yeah.
I could definitely use one. So, holler at you guys later.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, guys, it's Chris, Josh, and Matt coming at you right outside of Magnolia Records in Knoxville, Tennessee. We just left Bearden Beer Garden, had a few beers apiece, some lunch, great stuff, awesome place, great people. I highly recommend for any of you guys, if you're ever in Knoxville, Tennessee, and you're enjoying the record shopping and everything and whatnot, and you want to stop in some place where people are friendly, the beer is good, the beer is cold, the food's good, definitely Bearden Beer Market. I highly recommend it. So here we are at Magnolia Records. I've only ever been one time. Found some good stuff the day I came, so we're going to give it a second run. So I'm here for the second time with my boys Josh and Matt here, and we're going to see how everything goes. So talk to you guys soon, hopefully with some awesome finds. Boop. All right, guys, it's Chris, Josh, and Matt coming at you guys from outside of Magnolia Records in Knoxville, Tennessee. Popped in real quick. Quick run. Not to knock on the place. They got some good stuff. Everybody's, friendly enough. But it's, it's kind of slim pickings. Let's just call it what it is. This is only my second time here. The last time I didn't have much luck either. But Matt actually, unfortunately, struck out for the video, for the shop, I should say. Josh and myself come on with a couple. Yeah, not too bad stuff. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, so Clark Terry Quartet with Thelonious Monk. Yep, got Clark Terry, of course, Thelonious Monk, Sam Jones, Philly Joe Jones. No relation, right?
I don't think so. Okay, no.
And of course, Yusuf Lateef. Yeah, into something.
Probably the best record picked up at this shop today.
Yeah, Yusuf Lateef, Barry Harris, Herman Wright, Elvin Jones. Just great jazz selections. So.
All right, so for me, there you go, hit me. There you go, appreciate you.
Yeah,
Only a couple.
it's a cool album cover.
Yeah, Future Swing song, I should say, by Sam Rivers, with Jackie Byard, Ron Carter, and Anthony Williams. It's a great album. It's an album I've actually wanted for years, but I wanted original pressing. I want one bad. I either wanted original pressing or one close to it. This is not close to it. This is in the last few years, but it's only $15. So I figured, fuck it, I got it ball out. Why not? Anyway, next up for me is a really great, cheap original jazz find. It's Nat Adderley, brother of Cannonball Adderley, work song with Wes Montgomery, Bobby Timmons, Percy Heath, and Sam Jones. And it's original on Riverside, so it's killer. But that's not to say, guys, if you're in the area, pass on Magnolia Records. I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying there's better digging to be done in the area. I'm sorry, Magnolia, if you guys ever see it. I'm not shitting on you at all. You guys are perfectly pleasant. Everything was nice. It's good. But just, hey, you don't always walk out of a record shop with $100 of records. And sometimes it's a blessing in disguise because, hey, maybe the next one you go to, you find something that you really want that you wouldn't have been able to afford if you bought bullshit at the store before you. So, hey. But anyway, we're having a good time still. See where we go from here. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Boop. What's up, you guys? After Magnolia, I had to make a 4 o'clock appointment for Raven Records and Rarities because they're doing appointments only, which is fine. It's okay. I feel like a couple of the other locations we've gone to have handled this event a little bit better than that, but it's okay. No worries. They're doing the best they can. In the meantime, we had 40 minutes to kill, so we decided to head to, what was it? Crafty Bastard Brewery. Crafty Bastard Brewery. Just the name dropped off at me, but we had time for a beer apiece. Josh is a bitch, so he had water. Matthew and myself, you know, because we're manly men, had a beer. Obviously, I mean, you know, I think I even saw a toddler over there calling Josh a pussy, but it's okay. No worries.
Eat shit, motherfucker.
Anyway, so we got a 4 o'clock appointment to meet. It starts in 5 minutes. This will be my 3rd time here at Raven Records and Rarities. Always been good. Always had great records. Always had good, you know, novelty stuff, which is usually right up my man to my right's alley. So we'll see what goes down, and we'll catch you guys on the flip. What's up, guys? Chris, Josh, Matt, outside of Raven Records and Rarities in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's the top 3 favorite store in the area for me, easily. I think these guys probably have a favorite in the area now. I knew they'd love it because it's equally as much a record store as it is a novelty store. It's, you know, they're a kick-ass record store that also has a lot of really cool novelty
It's
shit.
like pop culture just exploded inside.
Yeah, so it's an awesome place. So I immediately knew when we were coming for this trip that I had to bring these guys here. So here we are. I guarantee you they outspent me in this place. But anyway, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, Matthew.
So this store, I gotta say, I was very, very impressed by. I was saying to Chris, what's great about it is it's not like every other novelty or memorabilia store where, like, they say they sell records and they sell like comic books and other things. They really have their record game down. Mm-hmm. This is what they're great at, but they don't sleep at all on any of their memorabilia. And unlike these guys, I'm way more of a book collector than I am an audio collector. I actually have a degree in library science. I was supposed to be a librarian. Like, that's just my thing. So I found some really cool stuff in here. I did go for a record. Blind Lemon Jefferson, Early Blues.
Cool.
I don't have this album. Blind Lemon Jefferson is one of the coolest blues guitarists out there. I mean, this guy was formative in that, and I was really excited to find this, and for a great price. So that was my record store purchase here. I was absolutely amazed when I found this. Cool. Ian Fleming's James Bond novel, You Only Live Twice, first edition. Everything in the store today was 25% off for all the rarities, so I got this for $9.
Yes.
I'm just absolutely blissed out about this. This is cool. And this might seem a little bit weird to some folks, but I got the January 19th, I can't show you one of them, the January 1968 and the December 1968 Playboys. Now, Josh is laughing because he thinks this is about TNA.
I think it's killer.
It is not.
So many great
If
authors.
you're not familiar with this,
Oh, Truman Capote.
Playboy in the 60s was publishing Truman Capote, Arthur Miller, John Updike, Henry Miller, George Simenon, Allen Ginsberg, Norman Mailer, Ray Bradbury, Bud Schulberg, U.S. Senator Stephen M. Young. Playboy was men's entertainment, but there was some very highbrow people publishing in that magazine in the 1960s. So I am very excited to read these later. Yes, I will tell my wife about them. I'm sure she'll be okay with it.
Yeah, I agree. I
Mind,
think so.
And that's my note.
mind if I borrow one of those tonight?
No, that is not what they are for.
As long as you don't also borrow a sock from my bag, we're
Yeah. It's like,
And I'm done on that note.
and Matt's like, they're stuck together. Damn it, Josh.
All right, Josh. We've got your regularly scheduled inappropriate joke out of the way. So
Yeah, we had to get it out of there.
Uh-huh.
We had to get it out of there. That's what she said.
okay, that's 2 of them.
Yep.
It's like DJ Khaled. Another one.
Uh,
DJ Khaled.
So I got a few cool jazz records that was recommended by Chris. This one actually I found on my own. which I'm really super stoked. It's Kenny Burrell and Jimmy Smith. It's a Verve record called Blue Bash. So anything with Jimmy Smith is just awesome, and Kenny Burrell's the same way. Kenny Burrell's one of those great guitarists.
Still with us too.
Oh yeah, and like one of the few one of the few white jazz artists who are actually really fucking good. I mean, in a sea of black talent. So.
Dear Lord, Josh.
What? Talk about your records, bitch.
Okay. Then there's Jimmy Smith, once again, with Stanley Turrentine, Prayer Meeting. So that's really cool. I'm looking forward to that one for some time. And Chris recommended this one, Chicken Fat, Mel Brand.
You are gonna dig the shit out of that.
I bet I will.
It's
man.
like if blues and jazz had a baby.
That sounds great.
And
that
he's
sounds right up my alley.
and he's a fucking picker. He can pick.
Now,
so you're gonna love that.
The next one, this next stuff that I got, I'm a very novelty-oriented guy. I like,
to say the least.
yeah, I am I don't know, I'm a 5-year-old, I'm a 10-year-old, you know. Like,
Just sum it up. He's a nerd,
I'm a nerd.
so it's good. It's all right. We're all
So
nerds.
is everyone in this car.
Everybody in
So-
this car is a fucking nerd. So
I got this because, I mean, he's the hillbilly Shakespeare, people. It's Hank Williams, and I'll even put him, take him out of the box. It's a bobblehead that I could not resist on. So, yeah, I'm all about collecting like music memorabilia and stuff like that, and this is just one of those knickknacks that just I couldn't resist. And plus, I also got a poster which I cannot pull out at this moment because it's in a box.
we'll take a picture and we'll post it in the end of the video for you guys.
Exactly.
It's cool.
One of the movie, I grew up loving movies all my life. It's one of the things that me and my dad bonded over. My dad is really all about cars. I'm more about music and movies and stuff like that. But we bonded always on movies, specifically car action movies. You know, Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, Smokey and the Bandit, Bullet, you know, all, like, the list goes on and on. But one of the posters that I got was one of Burt Reynolds' earliest movies called White Lightning. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really redneck as fuck, but it's in a good way. It's not like Party Down South or anything like any shit like that.
There's a difference between redneck and white trash.
Yeah, yes, exactly. But solid car action. It's like, and you'll notice that in the score of the music, Quentin Tarantino has used recently in movies, specifically in the Kill Bill movies and Django Unchained. A lot of those, the score from those movies come directly from this movie. So you'll be able to see what that poster looks like. It's pretty cool. It's Burt Reynolds holding a shotgun and all these car action going around, and it's back in the days when movie posters actually made art. It's not like digital stuff. Like, someone actually painted this, and it's just amazing. Like, so that's what I love about, you know, old movie posters. So yeah, that's what all I got. Chris?
It's not gonna take me long at all, guys. I walked out of here with 2 records. I wanted 3, but it comes down to 2 $50 records, and I did not want to limit myself financially for the rest of the trip, so I just had to eeny, meeny, miny, moe, and go with one. So either way I bought it, though, I walked out of here with a couple of great records. One of them cheap, the other one not cheap. First off, music by Duke Ellington from the soundtrack, the motion picture by Otto Premiger's Anatomy of a Murder.
Great
Jimmy Stewart
yes,
movie.
great movie. Great
It's a phenomenal movie. It's a phenomenal soundtrack. It's a great album. I've always wanted an original press, so I've passed on a lot of reissues over the years. But for $6, it was like, you know what? I just really want the music right now. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to take this home today, and then when I find an original press, I'll probably just give it to one of these guys. It's $6. So that's what's going to happen. But in the meantime, I'll enjoy having the music. Next up, arguably, definitely one of my big finds of the day, and here's a rarity. Somebody in this vehicle found me a record. Josh grabbed this one before I could get to it. It's George Braith, Soul Stream with Grant Green, Billy Gardner, and Hugh Walker. It is not an original pressing, but it is a super stellar 90s Japanese pressing, so it's money. obviously, and I'll be more than happy to make this my forever copy if I never do stumble upon that original pressing. But if I do, then obviously you guys know how a wagon will. So we'll go from there. But next up on the agenda for us is we're gonna hit Sweet Peas Barbecue, right?
Yep.
Agreement? Sweet Peas Barbecue in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's I've been there before once. It is fucking banging. North and South Carolina boys like us, we're always looking for some barbecue. That's just the way we roll. Carolina boys, if you can fill our bellies with barbecue and beer, we're just gonna love you forever. That's basically how it's gonna be. So anyway, and till the next time we speak to you guys, I'm sure this is far from the last segment of this video. We'll holler at you.
Adios.
Some days I'm great. Some days it's like this. I just learned to live with it. Everybody says, that's a shitty thing to live with. Time. Turn all of the lights on over every boy and every girl. Closing time. One last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer. Or pass it to me and don't be a bitch. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can stay here. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. Take me